Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
To stampede this sound submission. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, our distinguished guests, I have sat and listened carefully to the objection raised by the minority leader. And it gives me much interest as how a lecture in metaphysics will give to a newborn baby. I said so because, honorable members, following a request by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to recall Parliament to deal with specific items, a request that was contained in a letter emanating from the President dated 11th August 2026. 3 items were the basis of the President's request for a recall of Parliament. 1, the Banks and Special Deposit Taking Institution Act Amendment Bill 2026. 2, 2 nominations for appointment as Ministers of State for referral to the Appointment Committee, vetting, and consideration by Parliament. 3, 3 nominations for appointment as Justices of the Supreme Court for referral to the Appointment Committee, vetting, and consideration by the House. So clearly, the request was not only limited to the referral of the nomination of 2 ministerial nominees, vetting, and consideration by Parliament. It includes the referral of the 3 judges nominees, referral, and vetting by the committee. Based on these requests, Parliament was duly recalled to sit from Monday 24th to Friday 28th of August 2026. Honourable members, distinguished guests, accordingly, these referrals were made. And again, the referrals were not limited to that of the 2 ministerial nominees. It extends and operates to include the 3 judges nominees. Following the referral, there was a meeting held yesterday. The meeting was consequent upon the chairperson of the committee having a preliminary meeting with the minority leader to consider the request of His Excellency, the President. We suppose to have the vetting on Wednesday, but it will interest you to know that at the instance of the minority leader, today, Thursday, 9 o'clock has been scheduled to conduct the vetting. We had a preliminary meeting yesterday, dealt with certain issues and concluded them. For me, that was the end. What was the issue raised and considered? I will go straight to the one that is relevant to the objection raised by the minority leader and how we dealt with the issue. The issue was to the effect that we should only consider our colleague ministerial nominees, 2 of them, but we should not consider the 3 judges. Based on the fact that there was no publication, and therefore we should not proceed to do the vetting of the judges. The committee resolved that the referral includes the 3 judges nominees. We cannot therefore discriminate in favor of our colleague nominees and against the 3 judges nominees. Therefore, we must take decision to vet all of them together. This was the decision of the committee. The further reason of the committee was to the effect that on Monday, when the business statement was presented, part of the business statement requested from the House to use Standing Order 3 to suspend the Order 217 of our standing orders in order to pave the way for us to deal with the urgent items based on which the request for recall was made, and the House was accordingly recalled. I have in my hand the provisional Hansard of Parliament of Ghana. I'm not tendering it, but to quote the relevant portion. Honourable members, Roxanne Nelson Kwame Eche Dapamako, the majority chief whip, raised the issue that upon the presentation of the business report, he wants to formally move a motion for the House to adopt, to waive the Standing Order 217 so that we can urgently consider the request of the President. Now, the Right Honorable Speaker, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby, was the one presiding. And this is what he said. Once the request for waiver based on Standing Order 3 of the House was part of the Business Committee's report presented to the House, and the House having adopted the report of the Business Committee, there is no need acceding to the request of the majority chief whip to move a motion to waive the Standing Order 3. Once the House has adopted the Business Committee's report, it means that the House has taken a decision to waive Standing Order 3 for the committee to consider these matters as a matter of urgency. Honourable members, when the committee takes decision, we present report to Parliament, and at the adoption of the decision of Parliament, Parliament at plenary has a right to vary the decision of the committee. However, if the House takes decision, no committee can vary the decision of the House. If you are aggrieved by the decision of the House, the method available for you to to reverse that decision is contained in our own standing orders. Honourable members, distinguished guests, I will not preside over this committee and purport to vary the orders or directions or decision taken at the plenary by the entire House. It is not done in any democracy, and I will not be the first to introduce it in Ghana's democracy. Honourable members, I will not also preside over this particular committee and discriminate against the judges. Allow the vetting of our colleagues and then reject the vetting of the judges' nominee. I will not do that today. I won't do that tomorrow. I therefore consider all grounds of the minority leader as flimsy and hollow. I considered his objection to be frivolous, vexatious, unmeritorious, baseless on the facts, the rules, and the law. Therefore, I will accordingly dismiss the objection by the minority leader in limine. Thank you for your rapt attention.
Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, you don't have the power to dismiss a preliminary objection properly raised. You have responded to me. I have a right of reply, and then we put it to a vote. It's a decision. It is the House, the committee that must resolve. That is how we take decisions. Chairman, if we are talking law, let's talk law. It is not within your right to say you have ruled. You don't rule on issues that come. You don't have the power. There is no such power in our standing orders. Even as a speaker, when a motion comes before the House, he relies on the decision of the House. It is not a matter for a ruling that you will say that you've dismissed with all those adjectives. I won't go there. Let me remind you on some important issues and reply to your response to me. Issue 1. The House did not pass any resolution.
Honourable Minority Leader, with
you
all due respect, when you are making your submission, you called on me.
I didn't call on. I said resolve.
Rule on the matter.
No, I didn't say rule. I said resolve. Don't get me wrong. No, resolve.
Honourable Minority Leader,
no, please.
Let your microphone be off.
No, Chairman, don't start your thing. Don't start it and then finish and think you can control narrative. We are being very decent. Don't try it.
Minority Leader,
don't start it, Chairman.
You did not move a motion before the committee. You raised a preliminary objection.
Rule. It's not a ruling.
And a preliminary objection is supposed to be ruled upon by the rules of the House.
No, which rule? Quote it. Quote which rule? Quote the rule. Quote it. If the standing order is here.
Yeah, so
mine is here.
Take your
majority leader, take your time.
No, take your
majority leader, he's capable.
No, take your,
he doesn't need a lawyer.
Please.
Let him. This is it. Rule it. Open.
Take your
Open.
final orders.
You people are taking this majority thing too far.
Open to 268.
You guys are taking this majority thing too far. No, we've not finished the argument. He cannot. Stop it.
Patrick.
You've had power. One day you may not have the power.
268.
Don't do this.
No, 268.
It's not fair.
Open it. 268.
Please. Majority leader.
No,
stay out of this matter. Stay out of this matter. Which ruling?
Open to 268.
It is not within his right to rule anything here.
Please.
What is he going to rule?
Open to 268.
I moved. You didn't see. Yes. A motion. No. A motion was moved, registering our preliminary objection. A motion was moved. We had a meeting with the clerk and him in his office. You were there. We all agreed that the nominee for the Supreme Court should be done in October. Clerk, he was there. We all agreed. that let's do the nominees. So what changed? What changed? Why are you always frustrating everybody? Why are you taking the majority too far? And when we talk, we become victims. Why?
Please.
Why?
Please,
He can't rule.
Please, it's okay.
We have to argue. It's a motion that we raised and stated our grounds.
Listen to others.
The preliminary objection was
listen.
grounded on our motion.
Listen.
Don't do it.
You listen.
He did.
You listen.
You were my mate.
You listen.
You were my mate. I was called before you. I was called before you.
Chairman.
You were my steady mate.
Chairman.
And you know my law is on soil. So stop what you are doing.
It's very clear. Have you seen the order?
You know my law is on soil. You know, Eche. You know. Don't let politics, make you behave this way. I've raised. He cannot rule. He can't rule. Rule on what? It's a motion. He should tell me where he can rule. We have to take a decision and vote.
That person, please.
It's not fair. We have a right of reply. Let us reply. He shouldn't rush. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? It's not fair. Your own position in 2024, Ayariga, you were there. You said 14 days. Why 3 days?
Honorable
Why?
Minority Leader.
And when we react, you start shouting and threatening us.
Honorable.
And you start to threaten us. What's going on in this country? What is going on in this country? Under a reset. What's going on in this country? In today, Ghana, you can't talk. You can't talk. They will threaten you, frustrate you. That's what you are doing. That is what you are doing. Maintain your own principle. Maintain your own principle. You act out of political convenience. Where is your principle? Ayariga is here. He said 14 days on the 30th of July, 2024. What has changed? Honorable Ayariga.
Let me explain what has changed.
Honorable members, I don't know whether my brother, the minority leader, has listened to himself. You never said you are moving a motion, but you said you are raising a preliminary objection. And all ears have heard you. So when you raise a preliminary objection, your preliminary objection must be ruled upon. That is different from you moving a motion for the House to take decision on the motion. So based on the fact that what I have heard and what everybody, member of the committee, have heard clearly is a preliminary objection being raised on the grounds, which grounds are therefore considered frivolous, vexatious, unmeritorious,
If you got it wrong,
hollow.
I'm straightening it.
Hollow.
I'm sitting right here that you can't do.
So I have done my ruling, and that is the ruling, and then we'll proceed to vet my Lord,
Chairman,
the
please. Chairman, if you I'm
judge
here.
nominee.
Chairman, if you construed that to mean, if you construed that to mean an objection, which you are going to rule, I am sitting right before you. You cannot say that the horses are bolted, there's an empty stable. Stop it. This is democracy. Don't do what you are doing. I just got up for a second. They were calling me. You deliberately discharged Zenato. I kept quiet. I knew the traps you were setting. I knew what you were trying to do. Let's not do this ourselves. We are not helping democracy. If you construed our objection and the motion to be nothing like that, please, I'm right here. You can rule. Let us debate it. Let's vote.
So let's debate it.
Yes.
So allow me to debate it.
Sure, I'm happy that you will debate. Let's debate. He can't say he's ruling.
Yes.
You don't have the power to rule. Let's take it, and then you use your majority
let's
to vote against us. We'll be satisfied. So don't do what you're doing.
Yeah, please.
Honorable members, with all due respect, after the ruling by the chair, there will not be any debate that will be open. Honorable members, let us not make the attempt to create a scene when there is none, or there should be none. In my language, it is said that if your farm is not long, You need not go to the farm with a big water can. Decision has been taken, and we shall proceed to conduct the vetting. So, honourable members,
Chairman, please, you've made your point.
I've given you every opportunity.
Yes, but can I make a point? Yes, can I make a point? This is a two-sided house. I'm your equal opposite number. Can I also have my bite?
Well, I'm considering what you are doing to be an attempt to delay and derail the committee from doing its work. So we are proceeding to vet the nominee before us.
Chairman.
Clerk of the committee,
Chairman.
I'll call upon you.
The clerk, you know the rules.
Accordingly.
That you, the clerks, know that in all situations, the committee is not a one-sided committee. The clerks, we don't want you to get into this matter. There has to be some consensus here. Don't rush to get into this matter. And we expect the clerk to Parliament to know his job.
Hereby
no clerk
directed
should know.
to
You
administer
cannot, we have a say.
oath.
The minority
Go
must be
ahead
heard.
and
What the majority is doing is wrong. Public servant, don't get into this. It is not your duty. It is not your duty. You, parliamentary service, it is not your... What you are doing is wrong. When we were in power, you never allowed this. Parliamentary service, don't do what you are doing. You are not a partisan institution. You are supposed to be neutral. The ranking is here. Don't do what you're doing. Don't do what you're doing. Don't do what you're doing. Parliamentary service staff, don't do what you're doing. We must be heard. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. You are taking things too far. Listen and let's cooperate. What you are doing is not fair. Cooperate and let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing.
Honorable Afenyo, please, Chairman, I beg you. I beg you. Please. Oh, please. I beg, please. Afenyo, I beg you. You see, we are all acting pursuant to the standing orders. Indeed, during the deliberations, I was the one who instructed him to ask Speaker whether or not we needed to move a motion pursuant to Order 3, I think? Yes. For the suspension of the standing orders so that the waiver applies to all the nominees. And Speaker said clearly that he didn't think it was necessary to move a motion to suspend the relevant standing orders because the recall specifically indicates what the recall is for. And he, as Speaker, had given us clear instruction what he wanted us to do. And in any case, what we wanted to do had been captured in the business statement, which had been adopted by the House. On the basis of that, I asked him not to move the motion because Speaker had said it was unnecessary. You cannot come today and fault us on the basis of not moving the motion. You are questioning our professional capabilities. We did not move the motion. The chairperson of a committee shall maintain order at a meeting of the committee and decide on each question of order. You have raised an issue of Order 3. Yes. No, order. No. To decide a question of order. A question of order is when somebody raises an objection on the basis of the order. Is that okay? That is what we mean when we say a question of order. But the first part of order relates to you being, rowdy, disorderly. So it says that the chairperson of a committee shall maintain order. So the maintenance of order relates to making sure that we all conduct ourselves properly before the committee, such as you cannot be speaking when the chairman has not given authorization to speak. That is disorderly conduct. Now, the second issue of order, the second issue of order is procedural questions raised based on our standing orders. So if anybody says, oh, you are violating our standing order, the chairperson is the person who is supposed to rule on it. So the chairperson is right in saying that this is not a matter for debate. You raise an objection, I give you the opportunity, you argue your case, I've listened to you, and I am ruling. And so he is perfectly within his authority under Standing Order 2683 to do this. So, my brother, this morning I said you are a nice man, you are a man of integrity. Just 30 minutes ago, you want me to withdraw my statements? We are pleading with you. These judges, if we treat them that way, we will not be fair. Honestly speaking, we will not be fair. Because it will look like we are self-serving as a parliament. We are willing to waive the rule for ourselves and our colleagues, and then not wait for them. We are willing to waive the rules for people who have been nominated to go and serve the president. But we are not willing to waive the rules so that people who are nominated to go and work with the Chief Justice, he too gets his people on time to work with. I don't think that is fair. That's discrimination. And for me, if you insist, I'll give you back your vetting this morning. And then, wait till the day that you are willing to vet them, then I'll join them to be vetted.
Honorable Minority Leader, you are pulling your microphone. I will give you just 5 minutes. It's now 1:48. Exactly 5 minutes. I will stop you.
Chairman, that's not the way to treat your ranking. That's not the way to treat your ranking. Honorable colleagues in the majority, we are only asking you to respect your own principles. Your principles in 2024 and nothing more. This argument of discrimination that you have discovered is again serving your convenience. I told the majority leader that he has a principle called jurikashi. When he's in trouble, he used takashi and somersault it into jurisprudence. So I call it jurikashi. What you just did is jurikashi. You and I know that there is no set power given to the chair to make a ruling. You know it. Now you say there are some general powers. I kept quiet, please. 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 You are not a member of this committee, so please be calm and let your seniors engage on an important matter. I have not mentioned a name. Please. Who in particular?
Clerk of the committee, kindly proceed to administer the oath.
Please put it.
This is on. That's all there. I know left them. I, Justice Edward Amoakon Asante,
Swear by the Almighty God
swear by the Almighty God
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me.
So help me God.
Thank you very much for administering the oath and the nominee for taking the oath. we'll go straight to vet, and before doing so, let me establish that we have a quorum to commence this business, and we also have a quorum to take decision at the end of the day. So Article 102 and 104, respectively, has been satisfied by the committee. Honorable nominee, proceed to give us a brief background of yourself.
Thank you, Chair. Called Justice Edward Constantine, born on the 1st of December, 1963, in Afenyo, also where I come from. I'm married with 5 children. I started my education in Afenyo, also primary school, then Odan Secondary School, Afenyo Secondary School, Fanspim School, then Legon. I graduated in 1989 and proceeded to the law school. For my BL, I completed the law school in 1991. I started practice with National Service Legal Aid Board, and then practiced for about 11 years. In 2002, I joined the bench as a circuit court judge. I was posted to Obuasi. I worked there for 5 years and got elevated to the High Court in 2008. Where I've been in High Court, I was posted to the Fast Track High Court in Accra. After 5 years, that was in 2013, I was transferred to Secondary in the Western region as the supervising High Court judge. And after 5 years in 2018, I got appointed to the ECOWAS Court of Justice, where I worked. This is my 8th year, and the tenure has just ended. And I was the president of the court for 6 years. So now I am back. In 2020, I was recalled and elevated to the Court of Appeal as part of the elevation process because I was due to be promoted. Basically, this is a short resume of myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We shall proceed to ask you questions. I will then give the floor to Honorable Elikplim Akurugu to start asking you questions. Please be brief in your answers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I did a background on you, and I found it very interesting because you have an extensive regional and international judicial experience. I want to ask a question quickly. Given your extensive experience both in Ghana's judiciary and as a president of the ECOWAS Court, what safeguards should exist to ensure that a judge who is being considered for elevation or appointment remains completely independent of those involved in appointment process?
Thank you very much. Basically, as a judge, when you are appointed, you swear an oath, which you go by. That is a very important.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.